So here's all the series together. You got the first one, GBA. Then they made a multiplayer version and kind of tweaked it up a bit on GameCube. It was like WarioWare Inc. Mega Party Games, and then like...
Okay, did all these come to America?
Yes. Then you have WarioWare... I can't remember which one came out first, Twisted or Touched. But one of those came out first. They actually came out the same year, but I can't remember, you know. Anyway, yeah, you had Touched on the DS and Twisted on the GBA. You have... then you got Smooth Moves on Wii. And then you got WarioWare DIY on the DS, which is where you create your own. Then you had DIY Showcase, which is just a WiiWare title, so no one can really play it unless they already have it. Or get it, you know, unless they already have it from there. Which basically, it had its own games and stuff, but it was mostly just a way for you to connect your DS version to play your DS versions, like games that you created on the Wii version. And then you have, after that was WarioWare Snapped. I think actually came out before that, but it was that DSiWare game that wasn't very good.
I never had a DSi.
It was kind of there for the kicks and giggles rather than the actually trying to play a confident game. Because at the end of your run, they just show you like how you were acting and all that, you know, in the pictures, how you looked, and that's supposed to be, you know, kicks and giggles.
It's supposed to be, oh, so funny.
And if you don't think that it was funny, then you're not going to enjoy the game. Anyway, but after that was the DIY games, and then you have the one that no one really asked for, which was Game & Wario. So at least they gave it a different name so that it would actually sound like a spin-off instead of the actual thing.
Game & Wario.
Game & Wario was the Wii U game, WarioWare, but instead of having micro games, they just had a bunch of mini games, which I'm sure some of them are fine, but it just wasn't very good. And then you have after that was WarioWare Gold on 3DS, which was a collection.
Why am I letting him beat me again?
Oh, maybe because I'm talking on him. WarioWare Gold was a collection of 300 micro games, which I think some of them were original, but then like a lot of them were collections of like all different types of WarioWare games. And because of the 3DS's like, you know, all its features, it was able to pull it off pretty well. It even had Amiibo support in a joking way, but you know, still had a little bit of Amiibo support. But anyway, yeah, so it's been quite a few WarioWare games, and then obviously the latest one is Get It Together on the Switch.
I still need to play that. Get that at some point soon.
I'm kind of mixed on it.
Yeah, the problem with WarioWare is it's actually better when you don't have a traditional control scheme. And that's what it is. Is that it has a
that's not necessarily the problem. It's the way they made some of the characters. Like, there's some characters that are fine the way you control them on there, and then there are some that are just so questionable. It's like, why would I ever select this? You know, that kind of thing. Why would I ever choose this character? Because it's awful, you know, to control. And I think the reason they did like some micro games feel like they need. Two players to do, because that's what they were kind of focusing on, was having two players could play the micro games.
That sounds weird.
So, and the way they're set up is the way the characters are. The micro games last a tad bit longer than your typical WarioWare game would have. You know, like maybe like 2 or 3 seconds longer than they normally last.
See, I miss like WarioWare Twisted with like Mutroid.
Oh,
where
yeah.
you use the cat rolling around and it has like a Samus Buster and you're shooting bugs.
Yeah, you know, actually Mutroid is in WarioWare Gold, and they have like a sequel to it on there too. One thing I do miss, which I can kind of understand why they don't just have these anymore, but like one thing I do kind of miss or the random little trinkets they have, like little.
Or like they had in the DS one.
The DS one, the Twisted, like how they had like just these little random things you could just mess around with. Like, I kind of miss that. They kind of got rid of them in Smooth Moves, like you didn't really have anything there, but like, actually I think DS and Twisted were the only ones that had those little things, but they were entertaining little time wasters. Like even like when you're just trying to take a break from like the micro games and stuff, and like all that stuff. It's just like, well, we'll just give them these little things. Like you can just play this little thing of fondue or whatever it was, not fondue, whatever it is. Flan. You can just mess around with it. There's no real reason for it. I mean, this is probably okay. I bet you it's because part of it is because there's all kinds of stuff like that on phones now.
And it's true. When that came out, there were no iPhones or anything, and definitely no Androids.
Yeah. So having all that, and I do kind of miss it, but I understand why they don't have them anymore. I'm surprised they haven't tried to make a WarioWare on the phone yet, but then again, they'll probably charge like a lot for microtransactions and stuff. Gosh, Mario Kart Tour was awful. That stuff when it first came out. I don't know how it is now, but like it was awful.
Which one is that? What was that?
That was the phone one, and of course that's where they put a lot. I hate like. You have to get all your favorite characters in that type of game on the phones now, and you have to like pay extra for them. So like it's like, okay, here's the one that not everyone's gonna want to play and stuff. So let's put all their favorite characters here instead of a console game, Yeah, the bigger companies have gotten worse about like their, about how they want to charge for stuff. As they have as they support their games that have like, this is awful. The money, these money hungry greedy people, blah blah blah, and then like, it's it's in a way it's funny to see the irony and all that. But yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Like you have these games that are like talk so against like capitalism and all that stuff, and big corporations, and then look who they're working for, look who's making them,
Yeah. Problem is, people think they're against capitalism. They're usually against corporatism, which I'm against too.
Well, yeah, corporatism.
Free market capitalism is a beautiful thing.
Corporatism, yeah, that's the thing. It's like whenever they're like, nature's just a big evil corporate scam with us.
Yeah, the entire like the woods, total scam. Nature made by the. Oh my! What? I don't think I've ever had him just throw me off screen like that.
Oopsie daisy.
What kind of hot garbage is that?
DuckTales, woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo! I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of like a horse look in his face.
Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of reminds me of like the Pegasus boss from Mega Man 04.
Pegasus.
It really sucks if you freeze time and he was accidentally out of your reach and you can't hit him.
Oh yeah.
Or he's like really cumbersome to hit.
Yeah. Well, like he's doing that, but then it looks like he's going like his mouth is out like that.
Oh. Sorry, he's going. No.
It's like
Yeah, I don't even like horses all that much, but it is always funny. If you go anywhere with horses, you'll just be chilling and you just quietly hear. My favorite aspects of like a horse farm.
It's just funny, just like
it's like.
Like when we were almost late to school because there was like a pony or something in the way, and
that happens around here from time to time. Or like cows in the road.
Yeah.
Or one year a tree. One year I was going to school. I don't even think you were in school yet. It was so long ago. We were going, or I was on the bus, and we got stopped because there was a tree in the road. I don't know if someone did it on purpose or if it had fallen. And then some country guy comes out of his house and takes that chainsaw, starts cutting it up for us, and makes it where we can come to school.
Not the problem, these kids and their education. I don't know.
Well, no, the one with the chainsaw is like, I gotta make sure these boys go and get their education. I'm so glad that this Mega Man is not full of these things.
I know we've talked one time about like our teacher or some teachers that I've had that like were way too punishing. But like, what about like some situations we had with like substitute school bus drivers? Like how there was one that was just like that was so lazy that she like, okay, so there's a bus driver. Like, she's been known to be really bad, and for some reason they still hire her and stuff, but, like, they still did, at the time, I should say. And she was, like, I think there was, like, a tree in the way, like a little branch or something in the way, and the teachers, or there's the substitute driver's like, hold on just a moment, folks.
Frick.
Anyway.
I forgot where all these things are.
So anyway, we're back. But yeah, I remember the bus driver, like I can remember, one time, like there was like a little branch in the way that like they easily got off, but she had everyone get off and get on another bus to go a different way or something like that. Now, we could have misunderstood. We were dumb kids, so we could have misunderstood, and there could have been something else going on. But like, it just kind of looked like laziness. But also, the teacher did have like, or the teacher. I keep calling him teacher. The bus driver. There was like a kid that was that she was just like so many days in a row she would like miss. The bus route, and then every time, oh, I didn't know, you know, she was awful.
I don't remember this.
And then you had some. Well, honestly, she may have been the worst of the bus drivers. I don't remember having too many problems with others. But anyway, we're at the final boss now, with some phases to go through. But you know,
I don't really know why they have the X and the Zero tanks, but. Okay, so this is where you may see me do this a few times because this fight's tough.
It's a tough fight.
First section you want to do with electricity, and the second one you just got to brute strength it. It's tough.
I'm Sigma. I'm Zero. We're gonna fight.
Basically, let's fight. Some pretty sweet music, though, I won't lie.
Oh, we heard this at the beginning. Oh, it's come full circle. I don't know.
I forgot, I don't want to do this fight high damage. I could do all my other fights.
Zero. Oh.
Unfortunately, those are little Sigma viruses you can't just, like, absorb.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose this one.
You know you wouldn't lose it.
Yeah, I forgot I actually need to, like, try with this fight. The other fights, I just take a lot of damage and heal again. It doesn't work that way here. I'm going to need both of my tanks to fight his second form.
We'll get those tanks to shoot him. Oh.
See, I wish that you could get another superpower like you got in X's 1 and 2, where you could get Hadouken or Soryuken, and you could just basically, you could kill any boss except for the final form of Sigma with, in one hit.
Oh, yeah. You know what's really awesome about getting the Legacy collections of Mega Man and Mega Man X is that all those, if you get them on the PS4 or the Xbox One, the entire game is there, no updates, and there's hardly an install. So basically, those are gonna age a bit better unless the console acts weird about, you know, stuff like that in the future.
Golly, when he does the 2,
yeah,
that one's brutal.
But yeah, so when you have when you want to play, and also Mega Man 11, I can't remember how many updates that one has or if it has any, but it installs like just, you know, well, not quite that fast, but you know, still it installs pretty fast. Because I remember, like, I was trading in my PS4. There was nothing wrong with trading in systems, folks. It's all fine. Just as long as you get a good enough deal. I was, which I got about, like, $200 for my PS4. And they're selling it for $300, so they're still making profit, but they gave me more than half of what they're selling it for. And this is where Sigma's all big and creepy. But yeah, how hard was this fight again? Was this one tough, or was it?
It's not as tough as Mega Man X4. But I've got enough HP where I can justify using my tanks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's like, oh, I'm bigger than you. Ha ha ha. That make me powerful.
Ah, balls.
Well, I guess it does. But yeah, Mega Man 11, basically, they're trying out a game on there just to see if it works. You know, obviously they need to try something. And Mega Man 11, just like, it installed really fast, and he was able to try it out really quickly to see the store who was working there that day.
Mega Man 11 isn't, it's not exactly a huge game. Like, sure, it's gonna be bigger than all the other, like, Mega Man X and the original games, but it's not that big, because when you look at it, it's still semi-2D.
Well, at least they didn't charge, like, a full price for it. If that were Nintendo owned, it'd be like, well, we're gonna charge the full $60 for this short game that's in 2D.
I will say,
well, you know, with side-scrolling.
I was actually pretty impressed with Mega Man 11.
I actually have it. I just haven't played much of it yet.
I haven't finished it yet because it's actually pretty hard. But I thought they did a pretty good job because I was expecting,
if you play it on a harder boat, it's gonna be hard.
I expected like they did Mega Man 9 and 10 where they regressed.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, the awful Mega Man 9 and 10.
They were like, yeah, we're just gonna take your Charge Buster away at the beginning. I'm like, what? You've had this since Mega Man 4. You've had Slide since 3.
Was Mega Man 10 any better than 9, or was it basically just...
They were basically brother and sister games. They were both pretty not good.
I know that Mega Man 10, apparently you can use bass and, or bass, or however you say it.
That I didn't know.
And Proto Man.
I did not know that.
I don't know if you have to unlock them, or if you know, whatever the case is. Unlock! Well, they will forever be on a physical cartridge if anyone wants to give them a try sometime, because they're on Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, and if you get the Xbox One or PS4 versions, then, you know, they're there. It kind of reminds me, well, in a way, because of the hands, it kind of reminds me of that fight in Sonic Advance 2, the not the final fight, but like the final one that all the characters can get to. Which, by the way, Sonic Advance 2. If it wasn't for the Emerald challenges, the way you have to get to them and stuff like that, that might be the best one in my opinion. But in terms of completionist, it's probably one of the worst. It's the worst out of the Advanced trilogy.
Alright, I've committed. This is the one where I'll try to beat him.
Yeah, see, I'm giving commentary because Andrew's having to really concentrate on this.
Yeah, this is a tough fight.
But yeah, I've talked about this a few times before, but yeah.
So this is actually, it's pretty, oh frick, I forgot about these things. I used to remember the order, oh, yeah, that's right.
I really like what Sonic Advance 3 was trying. It wasn't looking back on it, it really wasn't exactly flawless.
Looks like I've got him. I'm gonna see.
Yeah. I'm sure people like that. Oh, I'm sure some people like that.
He's done. I mean, like,
it was one straight story.
It basically tries to blow himself up along with Zero.
Extra fight. I don't know.
I'd be mad because I have no lives, no extra tanks, and I'm at a half a bar. Golly, that's a tough fight.
Golly gee.
Villikers. If you play it where Zero is evil, he's even more destroyed here. It's like there's barely any of him left outside of a piece of an arm and his head. I feel like okay. That design makes me think of the I forgot what it was called, the sand-based boss.
I like how it looks like
from Mega Man Battle Network 3.
Yeah, I like how it almost matches the top of his head.
I know.
Golly. Look at me, I'm handsome. I don't know. Iris.
Yeah, so basically X6 wasn't really supposed to happen, and like that's why there's like a story inconsistency, because X6 is based on like Eurasia crashed but Zero didn't die. It's based on like half of this game's good ending and half of this game's bad ending. But basically it's supposed to be as if Zero, you think there's Iris. You're supposed to think Zero's dead, but he's not. Like
but he is, but he isn't.
It's weird. And then Mega Man X6 branches off into two storylines. It branches off into the better ending where you find Zero, and the better ending is if you find Zero, and they're able to kind of stop Sigma and Gate and all those that are involved.
Yeah.
And you get to Mega Man X7. The bad or the not so good ending where you don't find Zero but you still win. The Elf Wars start, and you got that crazy backstory for Mega Man Zero, which is just nothing but depression through all four games.
And then you have Mega Man X7, and then Mega Man X8 was alright.
No, I mean it's branching storyline from X6 based on the ending in this one. It either goes the Elf Wars happen and X is to use his body to contain one of them, and I believe if I remember correctly, Dr. Weil was actually Dr. Kane, having gotten infected by the Zero virus.
Oh.
I can't remember. I could have that part wrong. There's a whole weird backstory, and I want to find the Mega Man Complete Works that tells all that, but that stuff's expensive. I'd like to have it, though. I want to have Complete Works for all the series. The original, X, Zero, Battle Network, even one for Legends, but I don't think there is one for Legends.
Let's see. Dr. Willy, isn't it Wily?
No.
No, they actually misspelled it in Mega Man 7. They call him Dr. Willy.
But they pronounce it Wily?
Well, they don't have talking, and it was a Super Nintendo game, but...
Oh, I think it's an X7. Do they really call it Willy?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is the end of this is the credits. Like, the game is done.
This game has a lot of it hits you, the emotions of the music is very
This one has some solid music.
Yeah.
I think next or sometime we'll do the Mega Man Zero games.
I like how they're all like they all have the white background, but then like the whale is just like she's like I'm way too big for this.
He's too dark for most of it.
He's just like so big.
Big old jaw.
God, and then
right.
you have the what was it, Megabots or whatever?
The Megabots.
Or what are they called? Metabots.
Metabots, man. I don't even watch much of the anime, but I had the games, and those games are freaking
And the toys,
brutal.
of course.
Oh, of course I have the toys. Because, for some reason, they had them at our local Dollar Tree, which was really cool for me. They didn't have all of them. They had a few, and I think KB Toys probably had all the others. Or maybe Kmart or something. I wish I still had a couple of them. Like, I really liked Metabee. I thought his design was really cool.
And there's the Death Star.
And Rokusho, I think that's how you pronounce it, the gray one with the blue blade. I liked both of those. And then there was another one, I can't remember.
I like how all these are like in caps and then like and.
And all Capcom staff.
Capcom all staff.
Keiji and Afune.
Wait. They didn't say all Capcom staff. They said Capcom all staff.
Oh, wow, I guess I just corrected that in my head. So, yeah, this is the ending where the canon took care of Eurasia and, things were better. I could have literally just skipped the last 4 bosses until the boss rush, but why would I do that to myself?
You'll be responsible for the euthanasia. Oh boy, and they got enough kids there as it is. That was on that,
Oh, wow, hour and 7 minutes.
Basaw was your rank.
Yeah, Basaw.
Well, yeah, that was in Larry and Steve, that joke I was making. Was Alright, what's left? I don't know.
That's it.
Now you do training mode.
Yeah. You get to go fight the Dragoon guy. Anyway, that's Mega Man X5. It's tough, but it's probably my favorite Mega Man X.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. No.
X4 was really good. I don't know if I'll try to beat that one being recorded because that final battle is a nightmare. It's 4 parts.
It's a Nightmare Zero.
I think it's 4 parts, or is it 3? It's 3 or 4. The point is, it's freaking brutal.
So anyway, thanks for watching, folks, and like, subscribe, and all that stuff. And Capcom, the 2000 Capcom USA 2011, all rights reserved.